So let's go ahead, day 3, and I hope everyone is added to the Google group. So are you receiving emails for the class in Google group? So you can give me your email address and your full name, so I can add you there. Okay. That's what we did last time. There were so many hurdles, and I saw in the video anyway. It's all kind of messed up, but we went on thanks to your contribution as well, that we kept going ahead, and that's the same thing we're going to do today. When we run into errors, that's exactly what happens in the production environment, the jobs. Wherever you're getting a job, you'll become a system administrator. You will run into so many errors, that it's better to run into them now than in the job environment. So this is these training is for job-oriented. Job is the main focus of this training, not your marks. About the marks, some students were concerned, so don't be. But anyway, those some students are not here right now, so who raised the concern that what about our previous marks? So don't worry about those. Those marks are still there. So if they were good, they are concerned. Those okay, anymore. So we had 2 VMs last time, and then on server 1 we installed Active Directory. Server 2 we installed standalone SharePoint server. On server 3 we installed SQL Server 2008 R2. Everyone was able to download from the DreamSpark SQL Server 2008 R2 Developer Edition, right? Okay, on server 3 we installed SQL Server 2008 R2, and on server 3 again after SQL Server. But the main thing is that the configuration of the SQL Server was very important. It's important because what we're going to do today, that depends on the configuration we did, the remote setting of remote option enabling of SQL Server. So a second server which is joining the farm of SharePoint can actually access the database remotely. So we're going to try to do that today. On server 3 we installed SharePoint 2010 server with the farm configuration. So that was the initial the infrastructure we are building. It's already or it's nearly over. Today we're gonna just try to add the server, second server to the farm. Plus there's LanguagePack. So I'm trying to meet the exam objectives as well. Which exam? The certification 70-667 is the code for SharePoint. You should be doing this certification after this course. The sooner the better. And if you need help in the exam prep, you can let me know. There's so much material outside, and there are very good ways to prepare for the exam, easier ways. But still, you have to understand the concepts and make sure that you did all the labs. So I'm trying to follow all those exam objectives as well as some job-oriented hands-on training. So on server 3, so let's go ahead. Just a reminder, these were our objectives: that install Active Directory, then SharePoint standalone, then SQL Server, then configure it, enable remote access. We did that, and it's in the video. Install first SharePoint 2010 server on server 3. We did all that. Again, was everyone able to download the DreamSpark SQL Server 2008 Developer Edition? Any problems, let me know, or send it to the group that I'm stuck with this error or that error, and we can all try to sort it out. And I would like to know any of the feedback from your side for the video, because it's totally raw, and if you are there, so you would recall everything that was happening and why it was happening because you were there. But raw videos, like non-edited videos, they are a problem when you're absent and you're trying to see and you're like, what is he doing now? So there are so many things. I just uploaded right away, right? Except for that part where I exposed the key in the video. The key was recorded for my SQL Server, so I had to edit that. So yeah, other than that, I couldn't just sit 3 hours again and listen. So what will we do today? On server 2, let's see how to install a language pack. SharePoint, big organizations. When you install SharePoint in big organizations and they have offices across the globe, you will be asked most probably to add certain languages, language packs there, support for other languages other than English. So we're going to just install a language pack as well. I did email early morning today, and that was of course too late. I should have emailed 2-3 days ago that please bring your USB sticks. So or if we have good download. So I'm gonna send you the link, and oh, I did already, right? Language pack you can download from the French language pack or any other language pack you want to download first. Okay, so first is language pack, and we're going to be installing that. The main purpose of installing language pack is just to know how to do that, and once it is installed, where does it appear in SharePoint. Second thing is that we're going to then uninstall standalone SharePoint from server 2, and on server 2, after uninstalling SharePoint, we're going to go for SharePoint server, which will be added as a second server in the existing farm. Then we go for some of the areas of SharePoint central administration, and then later we jump into many interesting features and configurations of SharePoint. So let's go ahead, and this is our lab diagram, and we still don't have a client yet, but we're gonna have soon if we can support 4 machines simultaneously. So roles, so we have all these servers right now started. Make sure that 3 servers are started right now: the domain controller, the member server, the server 01, server 02, server 03. Well, this is just a recap of standalone server. What difference between standalone and server farm. Standalone will install SQL Server 2008 Express and set up SharePoint 2010 with all the default options. You cannot grow your environment with standalone. So standalone we did install, but it's for small companies and only recommended for testing and developmental use. Even it's not for small companies, but small companies do use it still. Server farm can have 1 or more servers where you install SQL and SharePoint and can configure the servers however you prefer, right? So in standalone server, these are default settings. In the other servers, in the farm servers, farm configuration, you can expand and scale this environment and have flexibility in configuring any portion of that. We're going to be trying to understand what are the features that we can configure, actually, a lot of them. So expect that thousands of users will be connecting to SharePoint, and you will be the main administrator there. So think of this always, that users will be asking for all types of questions. So we're gonna try to install and configure our SharePoint server in that way that a majority of the users get it. It should be user friendly to the users, and we're gonna try to install many features according to the exam objectives. So let's go ahead. Server farm. So server farm, you must install SQL first, and then you can begin 1 server. We did that already. That was just a recap. So we did with the domain controller and standalone server. We installed standalone server on the server 2, and that's where we're going to start today. Then we expanded our configuration to 2 servers and SQL server. So there is that video or a little animation I created as well for that, which is coming. So everyone has these software. Nobody's missing any software, right? So okay, make sure that you have all these this software available. In our environment, we can check the services with the PowerShell, very simple PowerShell command. You already are doing PowerShell course, so this is the command that we can check. We can go ahead and check in our environment and to check all the services are working or not. So get dash service is going to grab us all the services that are running in that server, and then get dash service space SP. So any services that are starting by the name of SP will be which are normally for SharePoint. So if I go to my environment there, so first is okay, so domain controller logged in. I'm just going to my environment and checking and logging in from the server 2, which is standalone server, and logging in from server 3, which is the form server. Okay, so once we logged in, we're logged into the form server, we're going to be checking that PowerShell. So whenever you are logged into the server, try to always check the services that are running there. Make sure that the application that you're responsible for, the services for that application are running fine. So if I log into my server 03, which is the form server, it doesn't matter if it's a standalone or form. I'm just trying to check the services. So I'm logged into that. If I go to PowerShell, okay, one day it's gonna open. Oh, today. Come on. Sometimes when you scream on it, it makes you feel better. And okay, so I'm just typing get dash service and press enter. So it gives all the services of this server. But I'm interested to know which services are related to SharePoint. So I'm just gonna go get dash service and SP star. Okay, let me just put that on magnifying glass. Oh. So if you're trying this, I've wrote this get dash service first in the PowerShell, and then get dash service SP star. If we go to that, so I'm logged into server 3. If you're logged into server 2 as well, you could know the status of the services. So how would you know the status of the services? If I press enter, the status is showing here: running, and stopped. So 3 services are stopped that are related to SP or SharePoint, and well, there's one service that is print spooler, which we are not concerned with, and software protection. Actually, 3 services which we're not concerned with, but I'm just giving an idea that whichever SharePoint services are there. So if I go for instead of SP and go for shares and star, that just gives me something else. Oh, sharing. So I will go for SH.
So you have to
then give the pipe as well as yeah. No, I was just going for easy one. Like, okay, let's just go for now. But then I have that already created somewhere that we have to pipe there. So SP normally just shows, because if I want to really see, okay, one more thing here. If I go to services now directly, go to run and type what? If I want to go to services, anyone knows what to type here in run? Okay, it's services services.msc, and when you type services.msc and press enter, the services which I'm trying to see here are these are services which I was trying to see, right? So if I just click any of the service and then go for S, these are all the SharePoint services. So what would I prefer to see here? So anyone knows what am I supposed to see here? Why am I here in the services anyway? Or what are services? Anyone knows that? Any idea what are services? So if I stop this or any of those, the whole application will stop, right? So these are, running some crucial feature of our application. This is the same for Exchange server. There are like 11 or 12 services. When you're doing Exchange class, go and check the services of Exchange. It will be in the under the Microsoft. I mean, you have to go for M, the Microsoft Exchange, Microsoft. There will be 11 or 12 services. You stop any one of them, it will affect many users who are connected, or depends on which service did you stop, right? So when we are logging in the morning, we always check these services. So when I go to the services console, the main thing I am checking here, if I really am, in a hurry, and I really want to just check overall, hey, the critical services are working or not. So I'm just gonna go up there to startup type here, click startup type, and then go up. Any service that has a startup type of automatic, it should be started, because that's why they are on automatic, that they are supposed to be started when the server starts, right? So all the automatic services are started right now. Okay, so this means, yep, my application is working fine, because all the services that were supposed to be automatically starting are started. Sometimes they are not. So we can just right click and click start. If it is not started, the start will be here available. Or we want to restart, because if the application is frozen for some reason, the application is not responding, you get response from the users, or calls from the users that I'm trying to make some changes and it's not responding. You try to then connect remotely and then try to make some changes. Oh, okay, I'm on background intelligence. But the thing is that if I go to SharePoint administration, suppose the console is not opening, so you would go there. Although the service is started here and on automatic, you would just go there and restart, but you have to make sure that maybe there are many users connected to the SharePoint, and if you restart that service, they will be disconnected. So make sure that really it is frozen for everyone, and then you can go ahead and restart the services. So I'm just trying to show here that there will be a lot of troubleshooting that might come our way, so we could check the services area as well as event viewer. Anyone knows what is event viewer?
Have certain logs of a warning or if something's about to fail.
Yeah. Okay. So if I go to event viewer, where should I go and open the event viewer? Anyone knows that? For event viewer, because we had a lot of troubleshooting last time, so administrative tools, and then if I go way up, this is event viewer. This is your best friend on your job. So this will tell you if something's about to happen. Sometimes that something can cost a lot if you miss that. So if we go there to the Windows logs and application, this is the area where we would want to see, we may want to go for and check for events related to our application installed on this server, right? So there's a SQL server installed here, the SharePoint related events are there, but it's just information. And then there are other. So if I just want to check SharePoint related events, because there are lots of events there as well, I can go quickly Control F and type SharePoint and click next here, and whatever is SharePoint is gonna keep on coming, and I could just go and jump around and check which I want to check, right? So SQL Server related, so we can just go for source, or if we are so knowledgeable that which event ID is representing which type of information in the event log. So this is a good start to always see where the error or occurred and how to resolve it. The event viewer really gives us a very good idea and could save our not only our time to resolve a problem, but also our job sometimes. So okay, these were the two things I would want to go and check services and event viewer whenever there's a problem coming. Let's go ahead and go for server 2. So what we are trying to do here is, according to the exam objective as well, how to install a language pack. Language pack is also important because you're going to be SharePoint will be available, or is supposed to be available for thousands of users in a medium to large size company. So definitely, okay, we will have to see at least how to download and install language pack. So you've been given a task that, okay, install the language pack for French language. So where would you go on internet and how would you search for the language pack? Okay, let me just first get my screen back. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and see. First, let me just show you what we're about to do today. Then we're gonna go for the. So what we did was we just recap again, and we installed these servers. Then we installed SharePoint standalone on this server. Then we went for SQL Server on this server 2, or actually server 3. Then we installed SharePoint 2010 with form configuration. So now today, same network, but we're first going to be installing language pack on SharePoint 2010 standalone. Then we're going to uninstall this server. We're going to install SharePoint 2010 and add it to the existing form. While the installations are going on, we're going to go inside the already installed SharePoint and try to explore some of the configurations there as well. But this is something that we could face in the job environment as well as in the exam objectives. It will be asked. So okay, URL to download language pack. What I did was I just googled SharePoint 2010 language pack, and first two links were just showing me the language pack. So if I click here to the link, I think I already sent it in the group, right? It's in the group, the language. So everyone is looking at the, if you want to get the link, or if you want to Google SharePoint 2010 language, but just check out the Google group email from the morning today for the download link for the language pack. And this is already, I selected the French language, but hey, where's English? If I want to select now English, it's not in E. Anglais. Exactly, because it's in French. Thank you. So if I go for Anglais, okay, is it set that way, or anyone can speak?
Set that way. It's set in French, so.
Anyone knows how to speak good French? Come on. Okay, so is it what is it, Anglais or what? Okay, so yeah, when I googled it, it was here. It's this page opened. So the only thing I needed to do was just select the language and then I download it. So it's a 281 megabyte file. It's not a huge file. Even if you start downloading now, it's going to be. But the link is already there in the group, right? So just go for the Google group and just wanted to show this. This is the way I selected this. So let's go ahead and when it is installed, so this we need to. So whenever a language pack is installed, what is the rule? All the SharePoint servers have to have it, right? It's not like one SharePoint server. Okay, the French speaking users will be connected to just that SharePoint. No, it's not that. You have to install. Maybe there are a huge environment. There are 10,000 users, and you have like at least 7 or 8 SharePoint servers. So when you install or introduce language pack, it has to be installed on all SharePoint servers. So let's go ahead and install that. So I'm just gonna go and check my first my server 2, which has the standalone SharePoint server. Again, I'm just gonna go to run and type that services.msc just to check if all the services on server 2 are also working just like server 3. That's what we do when we go in the office in the morning and having a coffee. So we just go for startup type and then go for, okay, which services are closed right now? Against automatic, whatever is automatic is supposed to be started, right? Claims window, this is for the authentication, but right now we don't need that. Then there is that forefront identity manager for synchronization. No. Okay, what else? SharePoint related services should be started. So there are these SharePoint related services, and yep, they're all started. SQL Server, because SQL Server is also installed here as well. I'm on server 2, which has the Express edition of SQL Server, but still SQL Server should be good, and anything automatic should be started. If not, at least see, is it really important that without this we cannot. So forefront identity manager, in my case, it's not started, which I am okay. I got right click and start that, but even if it doesn't start like this, I'm not gonna be worried about that. So as long as SharePoint servers are started, I'm good. Okay, so let's go ahead. I have already downloaded this language pack, so I'm just gonna go to software here and SharePoint services. Oops. Okay. Oh, technologies. Yikes! I need to go to my gazillion folders and go to SharePoint software. And there it is. So this is the file. It's just 247 megabyte. If you have started downloading now, I mean, you must have downloaded already, right? It's just not that big file. So I'm just going to copy from here to my server 2, which is my standalone SharePoint, and server 3, which is my SharePoint with form configuration, the first one. So I'm just going to copy on. Well, let's since we just want to see how to install language pack and not to actually install the full environment, so I'm just going to copy it on my server 2, which is my SharePoint standalone server, just to see how language pack gets installed. So I'm just going to right click on the C drive. There's already a folder created, soft or software. I'm just going to paste it there, that language pack. It's okay, I already have it. So okay, so once you paste the language pack, so everyone, you have the language patch, or you're in the process of downloading? Downloading, right? So anyway, it's recording now. Since you have to submit the screenshots, some sharp students, which you all are, start taking screenshots even now, So, but you're supposed to repeat that, right? So you get the point. Hey, what's today? I mean, some public day, and we are only here. Oh. Anyway, on my Gmail or Jotron. Jotron is better. Yes. Oops, just a sec. So I'm pausing, resuming. So I'm just gonna start the language pack, and on the standalone server. Okay, so yep. Now it's gonna take some time to. Okay, so while it is going on, we can go for the other server and try to see some other options there. But the main thing is that after language pack, so there is also service pack for every application, Windows application, operating system, client or server operating systems. Anyone knows what's a service pack? Okay, so it includes security updates, cumulative updates, driver updates, lots of bug fixes, and all the other updates that are required for any of the applications. So normally for Windows OSs, it's monthly. They are releasing some of the fixes and updates. SharePoint also has service pack. So throughout the year, they keep updating us. They keep sending small bug fixes, security updates, which are very small, and we can keep on downloading them. Then after the year passes, they combine all those updates and release a service pack. So SharePoint is on service pack 2 now. So that link also I sent there. Did I? Okay. So while this is installing, we're going to, I'm just going to take or go to the Service Pack 2 and make sure that we have that as well. Just SharePoint, I'm just going to the web, to the Google and putting SharePoint 2010 Service Pack 2. So there it is, description, download Service Pack 2 for Microsoft SharePoint 2010. Do you see that in the Google group? The link to the Service Pack? Okay. So I'll just send it. Excuse me, guys. Shifting to my other computer and resuming the video. Okay, so everyone got it in the Google group? Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm just going to check because I downloaded that. Yeah, it is there. So it's 200 megabyte. If you have USB sticks and you did not download that, or if the speed is too slow, you could copy it from my laptop as well. So I'm just gonna go back there and check. Okay, so language pack is installing on server 2, which is the standalone server. So while this is installing, we can go and check the slide as well. What's next? So everyone, you're downloading the language pack right now? Okay, still. So anyone has USB sticks, I can just give you guys that language pack. And those who are still pending with the screenshots, please do send and let me know if there are any problems. Okay, so So language pack and service pack, right? Cool. Oops. Okay. It was not recorded. Yeah, there were 2 movies, right? Okay, so let's go ahead for since the language pack will take its time, so we can discover a little about SharePoint, the form environment itself. So I'm just gonna go back to the server 03 where SharePoint is already installed, and after checking these areas of sources, okay, I think it's done. Anyone else who wants to the USB and who wants to copy source pack and language pack, and please try to bring your USBs with you, so I could just give you all that stuff. Okay, so yes, there's a source pack as well. So is it always good to deploy source packs? Anyone has any idea? At once, as soon as a source pack is released by Microsoft, is it a good practice to deploy that?
No.
Why? So they are supposed to fix bugs, but
Also, there may be a new bug. Or
introduced by that fixing.
yeah.
Okay. So yes, we should have a test environment where we should just deploy it directly, the source pack 2 or source pack, whichever is released. So while this is being installed, server 2 install language, language pack is being installed, we're gonna go and try to talk about all the features in the SharePoint 2010 form. Let me just check back if the language pack has reached anywhere. Okay, and if there is no error here, especially. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to server 03. So if you have your standalone SharePoint, everyone has server 03 SharePoint form configuration done? Okay, on this computer, right? On your server 03, it's working fine. So are you able to open the form or the server 3 SharePoint? Let's see. So for SQL Server, everyone remembers or everyone has done the remote access configuration, or anyone who did not do? Everyone has done that, right? So in screenshots, you just have to go to the SharePoint 2010, that administration area, and then just take that screenshot for the TCP/IP setting and Server Manager, SQL Server Management Studio as well. Okay, so SharePoint 2010 products. I'm just going there. SharePoint 2010 Central Administration. So let's click here. So that 11 o'clock class is just cancelled for this Tuesday, or it's just? Oh, okay. It's like a holiday. There's no other class today. Wow, you guys are dedicated. Oh, some of you have other classes, right? Some don't. Okay. Okay, so everyone, the SharePoint is opening fine. The credentials are appearing here for everyone. Let's go ahead. Is that correct, sir?
This is server 3, and this is server 2.
Okay. So you did do, yeah, you were doing all the installation. Hold on. Or was it a setup?
No, I just have
Maybe some of the login, but all the already started, but that is oh, so maybe someone server or just that means I didn't want to say that. Yeah, I also learned R so many times. So guys, everyone has server 3 working fine, and let me know if there is a problemo. Now it's resuming now, and I was checking everyone's computer. So we're just going to carry on with this installation. The language pack is installed. Let's just click this word. Anyone knows what this word is? Fill mail. Okay, anyway, so I was trying. I don't know French. Anyway. So just click whatever is written there and hope for the best. No, in English, English language pack, I did try that. It's safe. Okay, so it's going to reconfigure SharePoint products with this language pack. So guys, before this, I wanted to show you that how that screen looks like before installing the language pack and how it will look like after the installation of language pack. I hope I'm able to start the central administration site. So I'm just gonna keep this here, and I want to just show you it on the same server, server 2. Excuse me. So everyone on standalone server, are you able to open your central administration site?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Although half of the language pack is installed, it's just about to configure the SharePoint site itself. So the second language should also start appearing, but I have just initiated that. The page, it should be opening. So on standalone server, let's open the central administration site, and I'm sure I clicked it. Should increase the RAM, I guess. So my server 3, I had 2 GB, I increased it to 4. Server 2 also I can go to settings and drag it to 4. I hope it's much faster. Well, not so soon, but okay, let me just click that again, central administration site, so it could show you that. Wow, central admission site. Anyone was able to open the central admission site on standalone server? Because huh? You didn't. Oh, okay. No, like you didn't install it at all, or? Click it. Oh, okay. So anyone was able to start this on standalone? After clicking it, it's not starting, right? It starts. Okay, so only your computer is the lucky one, and others are. There's a standalone one, right? Yeah. And this is the site where we download all the software. Okay. Which one? It's that software. So it was no. Are you on this page as well for the language pack? Okay. You already hit next. Okay. So let me just go to the second one, guys. On the server 3, if you have already opened that, I wanted to show that if you want to create a site collection, I clicked on the site collection. This is just quick showing I just wanted to do. So when we go for site collection here, there should be a language option appearing at this area, above the website address, below the title and description, right? On this area, there should be. It's not showing now. When we are done with the language pack, it should appear offering English or French language, right? So right now it's not appearing because we did not install any language pack other than the default is already English. When we install any extra language pack, it's going to appear here between the title and description and website address, right? That's what I wanted to show you, but I'm not creating any site right now. So I'm just going to go back and click next. It's going to say that it's going to reset the services. We're going to go, because we're doing an installation, so go ahead, reset these services. Make sure no users are connected in the production environment. Definitely we're going to be informing the users that there could be a downtime, so we should be careful about this if the services are stopping. And we should not do these things during office hours, of course. Okay, 5 of 9. So configuring SharePoint products, after it's done, we're going to open the central administration site, and then we're going to try to create a site collection there, and the language option should be appearing there fine. Then we're going to go for Service Pack 2 for both. Actually, we're going to be uninstalling this. So I just wanted to, before uninstallation, I just wanted to show this option, how to install language pack, how does it look like, where to go, and how to uninstall language pack as well, because sometimes it happens that we had a requirement for a certain time, then we don't need it anymore. So it's very easy. But after that, we're going to just get rid of this standalone version and going to install the full server and add it to the form. So it's okay, everyone, how's it going? Okay, I have your email. So you could have. Okay, you can just send me your email. The only thing is that if you have the email, that's all. Yep.
IRIS
IRIS
I 37
37.
at hotmail.com.
Okay. And your full name?
Iris Topi.
Oh, okay. Nice. So I'll just add you to the Google.
Yeah,
Doc.
it's
Yeah. No problem.
I have it on my laptop.
Oh, okay. We're gonna try to do that here. Okay, so configuration was successful for that. So I'm just gonna click finish now. I hope it's finished for everyone else as well. Is it finished for? Okay, for you. Okay. So finished. Okay, click finish, and then let's open the center administration site and just try to create a site collection. Well, it's opening itself. It's there, so let's just go there inside and okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and create site collections here just to check if that option is available, and it is. So, well, even if I don't create, I just wanted to see that option appearing here. See this? So select language option is there. If I go to server 03 farm, and on the same page it's not there because we did not install LanguagePack there, and so on server 2 we did install on the same page. Now we see an extra option of language. So that's for the language pack that we wanted to create. So I'm just going to, so anyone else who was able to do that? Finish. So first is this. So I'm just going to go ahead a little. So if I go to control panel and go to programs and features, there is that both languages are showing. If suppose the boss says, okay, just remove this language now, we don't need it, don't go for English. Okay, so I'm just gonna click uninstall here, and this is going to just remove that, but it's going to give some warnings here. That any other products that are related to this, or when the language pack installed and it made changes somewhere, that is being shared by some other product as well, so we should be careful. This is our test, just a private lab. So in a production environment, I would be careful, and I would go and check some TechNet articles as well. But mainly, it's okay to just go ahead and make sure you have 2 servers, and users are connected to those servers as a load balance, if they are load balanced, or if it's a big environment, it's always 10 or 12 servers. So after this, I'm just going to be removing that standalone server as well and reinstalling. The only thing good about this is that it's not going to take that much time in installing the actual SharePoint 2010 server, because the prerequisites will already be there, because we installed the SharePoint 2010 standalone, which did install its prerequisites. So okay, thank you, Anthony. Okay. Oh yeah, this pop-up of Google. Okay, so LanguagePack, it took a lot of time, and uninstallation did not take that much. So I'm just going to now remove the SharePoint as well. What's the procedure for that? Since we are there on the control panel in the programs and features, so SharePoint is selected, but there is SQL Server also available here. we are not going to use this locally installed SQL Server on standalone server. So let me know if I'm going fast. So that I could go faster? No, just kidding. So if you want to join, you want to reach this, I can go ahead and check all the computers, and then we can go ahead together. So how many are at this point? You're there? So you uninstalled the language pack as well? Wow, that was fast, man. Cool. Anyone else? Anyone else there? Because if you're doing something that I'm way ahead, it's not going to be beneficial. So we are also trying to understand what we're doing. Although it's not rocket science what we're doing right now, uninstallation and reinstallation of what we did already. That's why. But if you want me to wait, I could wait like at least you guys reach there by.
If we're just gonna uninstall the language pack, just cancel the language pack.
Yeah, if you're doing that, and now you're in the middle of it. Does it say cancel? Well, if it properly says cancel, otherwise we're gonna uninstall anyway SharePoint as well. So yeah, you can try a cancel and then update us. We can learn from your experience. But in a production environment, whoa, I would just leave it there. If it does not properly say cancel, the X is kind of a risky thing, that it's going to leave some files and remove some for other files. So now, and uninstalling standalone, and then it will be quicker to install that SharePoint server and add it to the form. So yes, I'm just going to, where I went to uninstall it, to the control panel, to programs, and then programs and features, and then right click the Microsoft SharePoint Server 2010. Oops, since I already clicked it, press yes and press OK. I hope there are no errors. So I'm just trying to go slow today because last time we had so many hurdles, and SQL Server 2008 was not there for majority of us, although majority are not here today as well. But at least we want to be on the same page now. So whichever point you were on last time, you could just try to reach to this point, and let me know if you're stuck anywhere, so I can help you get there at this point. So uninstalling, then reinstalling. But while it is uninstalling, you can ask for help. Otherwise, let's go and do some SharePoint, or talk about some SharePoint configuration in the Center Administration site for Server 03. So while it is uninstalling now, so is it done for? Is it done?
Oh yeah, it's already installed.
Uninstalled. Okay. And
It's not waiting on the same screen.
So everyone has SQL Server. Those who were not able to do the download last time, it's been 1 week. So if you need any of the software, just give me the USB stick and I'll just copy for you. And please try to bring your USB sticks, because in later classes we may need to install some other software, bigger software. So we don't have to download that again during the class, or I'll just say that, or that download already. There is no network shared folder where I could put it already, otherwise. Okay.
Just install it on Sharepoint, so I have everything.
Okay, cool. So pausing it now. Doing this, and now we're going to just, okay, it's going to restart now after the uninstallation of standalone SharePoint. it's going. I'll also check if the local SharePoint as well as the SQL Server, the Express Edition, has also been uninstalled or not. So we can just, although we're not going to be connected to that locally available Express Edition of SQL Server, but just to make sure it's not there because we don't need it, but it's in production environment, I would make sure that it's gone. In test environment, it's not gonna make any hurdle because we're remotely connecting to our SQL Server on server 03, but just checking what got uninstalled and what's still remaining. The control panel. Oops. Windows Update. And seriously, why did I go there? Okay. Programs and features. So it leaves that SQL Server behind and that language pack of English with, well, I installed it extra just to see if there are any errors or something. But just the SharePoint standalone was uninstalled. The rest of the things are there, but we're not going to go for standalone, so it's not supposed to use that in production environment. I would just go for removing this SQL Server as well. Well, we're still mimicking production environment, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove that too. So native client SQL Server 2008 on the server 02. I'm just removing those. Since it's a very small footprint, it's just not taking any time to do that. Okay, the rest of the features or the prereqs are supposed to be there, which is okay. So I'm just gonna initiate that server installation for SharePoint server and just going to add it to the form. So it's the DVD is mounted already. Let's just go ahead and start this. So second one. Okay, so it says setup is unable to proceed due to the following errors. This is the exact thing which I did. This product requires Microsoft SQL Server 2008 native client at least. Hey, that was a bright idea. Install SQL Server 2008 native client and rerun setup. Seriously? What? When we install SharePoint on a new server which has no native client, so it installs perfectly, right? So prereqs, that's one of the prereqs actually. Since I have internet connection, so is that also the case? Yes, I have local connectivity as well as internet connectivity. So still even the screen is not coming. Is it really? Oh, seriously? SharePoint server 2010. Go to the prerequisites needed. Yeah, that's a prereq that I uninstalled and thank you. So I'm just gonna go there. It was saying SQL, but it was actually a prereq, not that Express Edition. Okay. So you learned from my mistake. Sorry. And one day it's going to show me internet. Okay, I'll just put it there. Okay, good. So this prereq I'm just going to download and install. Seriously. So SharePoint 2010 prerequisites. Okay, these are the download links. This is a cool website that gives the download link for whatever was missing. This is what I accidentally uninstalled. So this link here is showing all the, this URL is showing links to all the prerequisites. If one of them is missing, this is going to be a lifesaver or job saver. If somehow one prereq is only missing and you don't want to go through the whole installation. So I'm just going to send this link on Gmail as well to the group. So for later use, you could just put it there. In order to use Gmail, I have to switch, sorry, to my, because, and going to comp2. Okay. Yep. So this installation, this native client was only missing, so I'm just going for this link, clicking that. Your current settings do not allow, so I'm just going to allow that now. Put it to safe site first, and also go to custom level. Let's check it out. Oh, seriously? Okay. It's not letting me download. Security, custom level. Where are the downloads here? Oh, I should have just blocked it. There it is. Okay. Enable. Press OK. Yes. OK. And F5. Seriously. Okay, there it is. Okay. I'm lucky today. Okay, just like last time, I guess. So I'm just turning off this Internet Explorer security for good, so do not bug me. And native client, oh police. Okay guys. Okay, close all tabs, go for all right. Okay, save, download, run. So this was the only prereq that I was missing, or I lost. So I'm just after so much search and hassle, we got it, and now I'm gonna start the installation. Let's see if that's the only prerequisite it was asking for. So just going back to that folder and starting that installation again. But I have that URL and I sent it to you guys, the URL. Okay, good, it works. Did you put your own key? Those who are installing the SharePoint. Okay, of course you're supposed to. What kind of question was that? Okay, so pause again and God. So and pause. last time I forgot to pause the video, so resuming, and we did install the SharePoint 2010 server, the farm, run the SharePoint products configuration now. So click close, and it's going to start the products configuration. So here it's going to join. Okay, so guys, now I'm going to connect the SharePoint 2010 with the farm, and for it needs the connectivity to the database. It works? Cool. Only you or? Okay. Okay, this is the part where if your SQL Server configuration is okay, then you will be able to connect the second SharePoint server to your SharePoint form. So for this, the connectivity issue should not be there. Name resolution should be working between the SharePoint servers, both SharePoint servers and the DC. NSLOOKUP should be, we can run NSLOOKUP at this point and trying to see if name resolution is working. So there was a problem with one of the students, and maybe it's resolved. What happened? Still? Okay, guys. So I'm just going to try to connect this SharePoint form, the second SharePoint server, to the farm, and this is the procedure. Before that, it was just a usual installation. All we need to do is give it the name of that machine which has the SQL Server installed, right? So, and there it's common to have an error. Maybe it will not come to me, or if it comes, that's good. Then we could know that how to resolve that error, right? So mainly, if the error comes, it's about connectivity or name resolution issues. So let's go next, and it's going to still say that it's going asking for those services to be restarted. Connecting to server existing form, create a new server form. So let's go for create a new server form, and so on the second server we are creating a new server form, right? Okay. I was thinking somebody would say, "Stop! What are you doing?" So yeah, it is for existing. Okay, let's go ahead next. So this is where I should not be getting an error that I have connectivity issue with the second server. So what it is asking us right now, where is our SQL Server 2008 R2 installed? So where is our SQL Server 2008 R2 installed? In my case, it is installed on server 03, but I had a name change. So shpd mem02 is my server. shpd mem02, shpt mem02. I hope so. Fingers crossed here, and let's try to retrieve database names from second server. Okay. Oh wow, cool. Okay, so it worked, but when I was practicing, every time it was giving me an error. But the error was only about NSLOOKUP, connectivity, and name resolution. These are the two main things that we should make sure are working fine between server 2 and server 3. So on server 3, if before giving this database name, I would want to go and check my firewall again if all the 3 profiles are stopped. Second thing, I would definitely want to go for NSLOOKUP. So command prompt and going for NSLOOKUP and press enter. Yes, it is 200.1, which is my DC. I would want to go do the same thing here. At least NSLOOKUP. Well, it is already working, but anyway, this is where I would check if you get an error. And the NSLOOKUP here is actually wrong, but what? It's wrong. And why it is wrong? Because I have an internet connection. I have 2 network cards here. So my internal communication network card is also on, and my internet network card is also on, which is connected to outside, and it's giving the name server or name resolution IP of the outside that VMnet 8. But since my internal communication is okay, my network card first NIC is okay, so it worked. Okay, retrieve database. It's now connected. My second server is connected to my SQL server on the server 03. Server 02 SharePoint is now connected to the SQL server that is installed on server 03. This means it can, it's a green light, it's a go ahead to just join the farm. And the error comes on this screen. So let me know if the error is coming in your case, anyone who is trying to join and the error is coming. It's still? Okay. So I'm just going to come there after going through this. I'm just going to go to each machine. So today is a help day. Let me know if you need any help in anything. So with next session, we're going to go a bit faster and more. We're going to cover a lot of stuff. So try to get your environments up and ready today and take my help. So I'll be there like, longer because those who don't have a class at 11 can stay here, and I'll just try to help you guys just to get the environment up and ready to this point so we could all go faster in next class. Okay, so I'm just gonna, yep.
Our class, those that have to leave at 11, our class got canceled, so we're all going to be here until 12 at least.
Way to go. So I'm here, so we get our environment ready today, right? So we are ready for next session where we're going to cover faster everything. So if there are any errors, I'm just going to come to your stations and we're going to try to resolve those errors. So for the record of the video, I'm just going to try to complete this now. And there's so many. Okay, thank you, Waldes. Oh, who's Waldes? Anyway, so so this database is the only instance of on the SQL server. Otherwise, it would have given us a list. So I'm just going to go ahead now. Next. And it should be asking for a passphrase since I'm using the same password, class password everywhere. And this passphrase we gave when we were creating the farm, right? In production environment, it's always different. We don't use the same password for passwords, but here in the environment, in our lab environment, it's class password, small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1 to 3. And, oh, please work. Next. We should always say that, oh, please work, right? Okay, see, it works. Okay, so configuration database is okay, configuration database name is okay. Click next to apply configuration, advanced settings. I click the advanced settings. Host central administration website, use this machine to host this website. Okay, yikes. I should turn off this Google emails. So do not use this machine to host the website. So should I click this option here, host central administration web application on the second server 2, while I already have a central administration site being hosted on server 03? So I could change that and try to host that here. So this would be our, we can call central command or something. Right? So I'm just, since I already have server 03 doing that, central administration site is there, so I'm just going to select do not, because I selected the advanced option. That's why these options are coming, but these are just extra options that we should know. And if I press OK, we're back to this. I just went there. So yes, we can just change that central administration site host, but for now we're okay. Server 03 is our headquarters, as we can say that, for SharePoint. And okay, next. There you go. Okay. 3 of 9. Well, it's supposed to work fine. Oh, is it recording? Oh, thank God. Okay, good. So, yes, sir. Problems. So now this one, then the second one, just go ahead with the additional forms.
I'll do the screenshots of that.
Okay, anyone needs help, let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna resume now here. And so the second server, let me just, oh, it was not paused. Okay, anyway, so I'm back. And there was a long delay, sorry. So the second server, so guys, the second server has was added to the form. So there are two servers now. And then we go for the start the wizard. And well, that's the same process that we did before. So second server has joined the form, and it has, so let's talk about some of the internal components of the server. Click finish. Okay, great. So guys, everyone who has the two servers added to the form? You've done? You already?
Server, I mean, the one server has,
Okay. Sorry?
so we have our server and the app.
So both are here, and you're on the server.
Yeah.
So 2 guys are done, right? 3. Yeah, we are on the screen, right? On server 2. Yeah. No, click that. So it should be. Okay, cool. So three guys have done the full SharePoint thing. Oh, join the 2 servers. Done. Servers.
I wish.
Okay. Well, what happened?
I'm still going through the installation, it's kind of slow.
For server 2. So server 3 is done.
Oh, no, I just wanted to get the top right installed.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Next, we're going to set your
Oh, the resolution.
So you will know that till now what's going on. So if you want it to be completed, then you will do it yourself.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I'm
Oh yes, it's
someone
on
focused on this, that's what we're doing. Are you going to be around after you do the completion?
It definitely. In fact, today is the help day. So if you start now, I'm there because after this, I'm just going to introduce the first portion, application management. But then I'm here till 12.
Help party, sure.
Yeah, so, actually, meeting is done. So just introduction. Go ahead. And I'm here try to, which stage are you on? So what are we going to start?
Well, I have the servers. I have the AWS first server. I have SharePoint installed. I made my new servers. So I'm not sure where I'm at. That's why I'm a little so it's on the
You can ask me how now if you probably help me figure out where I am. Sure. I'm here for this. So, guys, there's a help day, so please ask for help and reach this point. That's what's possible. Well, the protocol are two before the is okay. Should be that. That's effective for me. So for this is there were 2 in our drawing or and you said copy on that. Do you remember?
I believe so. This is all your markings that I'm this is I'm sure what I do.
Let's go ahead So you remove the standalone mode, right? So let's now install again Sharepoint. We're going to be joining it to the form. So starting now with the SQL server, and then SharePoint server. Right? So we have to make sure that we're on that. So what we're doing now is giving the, well, it's already installed, it's a standard. Right? But the main thing was we're using that standard install. And let's install the form. So, yeah, I'm going to go. What will be the next step now? Sorry. So, what will be the next step?
Right now, we're listening over this first server here. And then while we're looking at the machine, I don't know if we've waited the second one. The numbers are confusing. The first server,
Yeah, in production?
SharePoint 1. Let's call it SharePoint 1.
Go do that. Whatever. This is always the documentation. In production environment, the boss would be not in your first time. Oh, okay. Can you do that? So you just gonna go somewhere else? Okay, I done that. This is the company website. So you're in production right now. As soon as you go back, now it's on anyway, you would like that's all I would work with this start now. And I'm here. So your next step would be first go back to your or the whatever manual you can. Yeah. So now server, the last server, we're going to install the first server. And then okay.
because I don't think that first machine is going to have the middle one is the second machine
So if you're starting this now, you're not sure what okay. But that also always never server, the SQL server is so the local machine. It could be a few years or So I'm just putting in the video as well. So guys, take a screenshot of the form by going to Center Administration, then to System Settings, Manage Servers in this form, and those 2 servers, or if you have 3 servers or 4 servers, they're all going to show in this area that they're joined to the form, right? So pausing the video.